It is Election Day in America, and polls are open on both sides of the state line. We are just a few hours away from the first polls closing in our area at 7 o'clock. If you're in line then, you can still cast your vote. Good afternoon, I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Chris Ketz. Almost 100 million Americans voted before today, with millions lining up at polling places all over the country. We have team coverage across Kansas and Missouri with decades of experience covering the races. The presidential race has certainly been like no other, with the pandemic changing everything from the conventions to debates to, well, Election Day itself. The Democrat, former Vice President Joe Biden, ahead in many national polls coming into today. He started his day campaigning with members of the local Carpenters Union in his hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania. The president's final rally ended well after midnight in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a key battleground state that he won in 2016. The president will stick close to D.C. today, though he visited the RNC offices in Virginia this afternoon.
In Kansas, voters are ushering in a new era in the Sunflower State. After decades in Washington, Senator Pat Roberts is retiring, creating a huge battle for his seat. Two doctors are on the ballot, Republican Congressman Roger Marshall and Democrat Barbara Bollier, who is currently a state senator. Our Haley Harrison is live with her campaign in Overland Park. Haley?
Laura, we're here at the Overland Park Convention Center, where we are expecting a very limited campaign event tonight. In fact, it's just going to be family, staff members of this campaign, and members of the media. Barbara Bollier voted early back on October 23rd. She was one of many people in Johnson County to actually cast her ballot this way. In fact, looking at the advance vote in Johnson County, voter turnout already set at 59%. That's just the early vote. They're expecting something like 80% voter turnout in Johnson County. Now back to the Bollier campaign. I talked with Barbara Bollier today. She tells me that she has nothing short of 4 different speeches planned for the end of the night tonight. She says she's a doctor. She and her team like to be prepared for any potential outcome. And she has to be. This is an incredibly competitive race in the state of Kansas, running as a Democrat. No doubt one of those is a victory speech. No doubt the other is a concession speech. We'll find out at the end of this evening which one she'll be giving. Reporting live in Overland Park, Haley Harrison, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Haley. Bollier's opponent, Roger Marshall, the Republican, is holding his watch party in Topeka tonight. Our Emily Hallwick is there. Emily?
Yeah, well, a Republican has held the seat for 88 years. It has been since 1932 that a Democrat had the seat. So right now we're at the Cyrus Hotel in Topeka, and this is where the Kansas GOP is going to be gathering for a watch party tonight. And this is where Roger Marshall will be to watch those results come in. And Dr. Marshall is a 2-term congressman in the U.S. House of Representatives for Kansas 1st District. This morning he voted in his hometown of Great Bend, Kansas, where he's been an OBGYN for 25 years. He serves on the House Committee on Agriculture, which he hopes will translate into taking retiring Senator Pat Roberts' seat on the Senate Agriculture Committee. And Marshall tweeted this afternoon saying, "I'm running for U.S. Senate to restore our way of life and defend our values." And he encouraged people to get out and vote. The polls have shown a tight race between Marshall and Democrat Barbara Bollier. A recent poll from the New York Times and Siena College gave Marshall a 46 to 42% lead, just outside that survey's margin of error. Polling analytics site 538 also has Marshall ahead of Bollier in all of the polls that they have brought together as well. Now, we are actually going to be speaking to Dr. Roger Marshall here in just a few minutes, so we'll hear from him coming up at 5 o'clock. Reporting live in Topeka, Emily Hallwick, KMBC 9 News.
Well, in Missouri, the biggest race is for governor, where GOP Governor Mike Parson is running for his first full term against Democratic State Auditor Nicole Galloway. The pandemic and big city crime are two of the campaign's big issues. KMBC 9's Kelly Eckerman with the Parson campaign in Springfield right now. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, current center with the Bass Pro Complex, and this will be gathering support of Governor.
All right, we will get back to KMBC 9's Kelly Eckerman with the Parson campaign in Springfield here in just a moment. Of course, he's running against Democrat Nicole Galloway, who will be with her supporters in Columbia later on tonight. And KMBC 9's Bianca Beltran is there right now. Bianca?
Chris, we're in the Tiger Hotel where this ballroom is open to media and campaign staff only. This has been part of the Galloway campaign is to take COVID precautions very seriously, and so we won't be seeing her until later tonight. But I'm told that she will appear with her family on the stage behind me later this evening. Now, she has been active in the last 24 hours. She was in Kansas City last night at a rally with other Democratic candidates. This morning, she visited with the voters at polling places in 2 elementary schools in St. Louis, greeting with voters there. And her focus in the last stretch of the campaign has been on health care and COVID-19. She is critical of Governor Mike Parson's handling of the pandemic and says that if she's elected governor, she would institute a statewide mask mandate and that she would also provide guidance for reopening safely. She also expressed that she would uphold voters' decision to expand Medicaid in Missouri. Now, Governor Mike Parson is favored in the polls, but if Nicole Galloway were to be elected tonight, she would be the first woman elected governor of Missouri. Reporting in Columbia, I'm Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.
This year, Americans are shattering records for early voting. This is video of the line yesterday in Johnson County. Across the country, more than 100 million ballots have already been cast. Those votes represent 47% of registered voters nationwide. We know 21 states and Washington, D.C. have seen more than half of their registered voters cast ballots already.
Missouri election officials are predicting the state's largest voter turnout in decades. More than 3.2 million Missourians are expected to cast ballots. And if predictions come true, it would be Missouri's highest turnout since 1992. When 78% of registered voters cast ballots in a presidential election won by Bill Clinton. The number of registered voters has grown considerably since then. The most ballots cast in Missouri was 2.9 million in the 2008 election. Kansans are going to the polls in big numbers, especially when it comes to advance voting. As of Sunday, the Secretary of State's office said more than 770,000 voters had returned advance or mail-in ballots. Another 348,000 voted in person at advance polling sites.
Here in the metro, everyone from local election officials to the FBI are monitoring the polls to make sure it's a safe election day in Kansas City.
KMBC 9's Matt Fleener is at the Kansas City, Missouri Election Board at Union Station right now. Matt?
Yeah, no real problems with cybersecurity or hacking that we've heard about today, but we have seen a couple of issues come up both on the Kansas side and the Missouri side. In fact, on the Missouri side, we're hearing about some issues here at the Kansas City Election Board when it comes to where COVID-19 positive voters need to go. Now, the Election Board is highly encouraging people who are positive for COVID-19 to come here to Union Station to get in line, stay in their cars, and vote. But the Missouri Voter Protection Coalition actually demanded earlier this week that voters should be able to go to their local polling place. They are tracking that throughout the evening, and we are tracking that throughout the evening. But the bottom line, again, COVID-19 positive voters highly encouraged to come here to Union Station. The other issue that we're tracking on the Kansas side is robocalls. The Kansas Secretary of State's office has taken a handful of calls about robocalls telling voters to stay home. They say to ignore those robocalls if you get them today. The Missouri Secretary of State's office actually did get a few reports of this, but no widespread issues. This is what the Kansas Secretary of State's office gave in a briefing about 2 p.m. today.
We have experienced no systematic or widespread issues in the state of Kansas, but given the natures of these calls, we wanted to make sure that voters were aware.
Yeah, a lot to be aware of today, both on the Kansas side and the Missouri side. We're going to continue to track issues throughout the evening. Again, if you are COVID positive, especially here in the Kansas City Election Board's jurisdiction, they are highly encouraging people to come here to Union Station today. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
Officials with the National World War I Museum and Liberty Memorial scrambled to cover up vandalism before the polls opened this morning. Museum officials say a small group of people defaced stonework at the National Memorial overnight, using red paint to write "Don't Vote" and showing the hammer and sickle symbol. The museum says it is honored to be a polling location for today's election and condemns the attempt at voter intimidation.
The Jackson County Prosecutor's Office is also on the lookout for complaints of voter fraud. You can call the Public Corruption Unit at 816-881-1357. Calls will be taken while the polls are open.